If you watch my videos, you're probably some sort of entrepreneur or someone that wants to make a more interesting life for yourself. And at the end of the day, the most interesting way to pursue that goal is always going to be understanding that you have more skills and values than perhaps the people around you assume you do. And building those things up in general takes a lot of concentrated time and effort, but also just going for it. Just going for having those conversations, meeting those people. And so what I've been working on for the last 6 months or so has been establishing the pipeline that allows me to go and reach out to those people. Obviously, a level of organization is very beneficial. Basically saying to ourselves that we want to put these things into spreadsheets, we want to put these contacts into an available, organized fashion so that we can make sure that we're not missing anything, that things don't fall between the net, the thing that we're creating, the thing that we want to maintain in life. So the first thing is organization first. Second thing is reaching out, actually making sure that not only are your efforts leading to productive conversations, more networking, but also that you're thinking about the goal all the time. And I think a lot of people in really good positions in life, perhaps positions where they feel compassionate towards their fellow man or woman and want to contribute something significant to society, fall into situations where we don't think money matters. And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a philanthropic soul, if you're a protagonist in any sense in your life, that money does matter, because it will determine the extent to which your mission can go and affect the world. And there are ways to get money that really just require us to get out of our comfort zone and learn new skill sets. For instance, the skill set of sales. As it turns out, if you are the CEO of a company, one of your first and foremost jobs is to pick up contracts or to pick up ways to increase your company's net worth. So we can do this through partnerships and collaborations, but most of the time it's just cold outreach. Most of the time it's just following up on calls again and again, trying to set out and make an operation happen for your client, failing in some ways, succeeding in others, and then adapting the process to make sure that we don't fail as much as we succeed. So it's food for thought, but really what I want to convey to you is how easy it is to start getting into actually becoming a leader and actually generating these flows of income when you have something that's worth doing. Now, when I say easy, I mean that the steps that it takes are little, but in terms of the involvement, your entire soul more or less has to be involved in this process. You more or less have to commit to yourself that it's worth doing, that whatever you're trying to put into the world is actually something the world would be better with, or that people actually want. And identifying those things comes from a variety of different perspectives on that thing that you're trying to put out into the world, so that you can understand whether or not you're crazy or whether or not that idea actually makes sense. The ability to pivot again and again when opportunities arise. It's said that twice a year the opportunity of a lifetime arises. So what does that tell you? It means that if you keep your eyes and ears open, oftentimes you'll stumble into something tremendous when we're putting in the work of building out our network and making these adjustments in skill set. So I talk to you about these things because I want you to be successful. I want you to join the ranks of leaders and catalysts in the world that have indeed made a difference and that feel satisfied with their life decisions. And I think a lot of people are lacking that because we don't realize, especially earlier on when we're in college or when we're in our graduate years or maybe even high school, that the things that make us unique are the things that will be paying us later on. In the sense that if we don't value our ability to communicate, if we don't value our ability to strategize, our value to execute in an efficient manner, we'll never use those skills. We'll never leverage them to pick up more skills or leverage them to pick up cooler opportunities for ourselves. So the only way that I know of to build that self-confidence is to use the skills and to actually see some sort of dividend through it. So currently, I work as a dentist at Franklin Dental Care and Dentures, and my contract is to scale the company. And through the things that I know about business, because dental care and dentures really is a service-based business, and there's few goods exchanged unless I come up with my own stuff. The service really comes down to the amount of providers that are in the clinic, the efficiency at which the auxiliary workers know the system, and obviously the operations and the customer service that's wrapped around that to make sure that the awareness in the community is large enough to where there are way more leads coming into the building than we're actually able to see in that day. Now, the scalability aspect of things starts to slow down when our pipeline isn't big enough to actually pick up those hirees, those people that are going to make sure that when we're doing perhaps the dentistry or the bulk of the business, that the rest of the stuff is being taken care of honestly, compassionately, and with trust, in the sense that they can come in on a weekend while we're away doing a meeting or a conference or something, and they'll actually knock stuff out. So a big part of also having this dream and mission is going to be people, realizing that people are the thing that make us the money that we want, or actually carry our missions forward. People are the reason why money makes money, because you can pay someone essentially to have a percentage of their life to dedicate to a mission. Now, in order to keep those people around, the mission needs to be something that speaks to them, essentially something they can imagine their mission residing within. Now, these are all different aspects of making sure that as a kind, compassionate person, we start to understand the things that go into creating a business that's sustainable, or creating into an organization that's sustainable. It can be a nonprofit. Regardless, it's going to function the same way. There needs to be revenue coming in, there needs to be an adaptation to the system, and there needs to be a goal that's constantly being assessed as to whether or not you're getting there. So if you need help with any of these things, let me know in the comments below. Try to figure out what it is that you need help with most, and just DM me or comment it down below, and I will get to you, I promise. Actualize your potential catalyst. I hope this beautiful day treats you well. If you have a second, check out this video too. And as always, if you want to chat, I'm just around the corner. Take care.